One thing you guys could do to test your angle and make sure that you're having them at the right, you're rolling them at the right angle, is to have him post this foot at 9 o'clock. A little higher, there you go. And now turn him. So now if I drive at 9, if I drive at 10, he's not going over. I'm gonna have to drive at the right angle to get him to go over. So something I saw some of you guys doing is, what do I do with my rear hand, right? Some of you grabbing this shin and using that as a roll. That's fine, it works all right. What works better is to just go between his legs and grab him by like his lower belly crotch area, right? So now I have this, get my angle. So if you feel like you need that hand, I would recommend straight up the middle. And then it's like a hook, you're just, boom, you're turning him over. So this turn is called a barbed wire turn. It's a crossface to a barbed wire. So the way this works is I have to turn his head away from me, right? So I'm gonna manipulate his head a little bit to get him to turn. This bony part of your wrist right here, in wrestling they call this the tooth fairy, because you're gonna rake it across his teeth, right? And you're gonna turn his head with it. He's down, gently. I'm taking that bony part across his chin and I'm using it to turn his head. Okay, from here I'm going to grab either an elbow or a shoulder. If he's turtled up like this, probably the shoulder's best, right? Now, same mechanics. You go down, put your foot up at 9. He's at 9, I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to go straight over, 10-30. Now I'm going to keep this elbow as I turn him over. And here's my pin. This is called a rib sandwich, ribs to face. And I just lay on his face. In jiu-jitsu, you're starting to hear the chest to chest, right? Pin, chest to chest, get chest to chest. One of the things Wade talks about, get on your back, is that chest to chest is good, chest to face is better, right? So if I'm chest to on chest, this is tough. Like, I've got a decent pin here, but he can move still. He still can get out. If I am chest to face, does that feel worse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done there.
Yeah, it's hard to move because your turns and everything. And the way you see this in jiu-jitsu is like whenever you have him out, what are you trying to do? You're trying to get underhooks and climb to like a chopping block or a mother's milk, and that's a chest to face pin, right? And that's one of your better pins because you're chest to face. When you're on there, this is harder to move. The way Wade used to show us, we'd have the guy lay on his back, he would stand on the guy's chest, and he'd be like, oh, he can move. And then he would stand half on his chest and half on his face. And the guy, and he'd be like, so it's harder to move, right? Like, that's the whole point here. So for this barbed wire, go ahead, turtle. This is really good if he's starting to hit that stand-up kind of situation. Turn him, get this elbow, and pull it in, right? Now, under. Now I'm on the chest. They're going to go buck wild here, especially in a comp. But as they do, I catch this wrist, right? Far side underhook. Rotate. Now I can walk up, pin down the head. I'm chest to face. I'm counting. I'm not moving until I see my points go up on the board, right? We get our points. Now we can start to transition to whatever we want to. I like this transition, one more time, for setting up like a Turk choke or a tuck choke, like a pillow choke. Turned his head, get his arm, under, rotate, 10-30. I just shoot my hand under. This arm is trapped. My chest comes in. This arm goes to this arm, figure 4. I chest pressure down, squeeze, and flex. Good.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2.